You've felt it, haven't you? That quiet shift in the air. As if something sacred is unfolding beneath the surface, just for you. The angels whisper, this person now sees you not with their eyes, but with their soul. At first, they didn't understand. Your presence confused them, challenged them, awakened places in their heart that had long been asleep. But now, something has changed. Not in a loud or dramatic way, but in silence. In the pause between their thoughts. In the ache they carry but cannot name. You were never random. You were placed in this person's path like a soft lantern in a dark corridor. Not to fix them. Not to chase them. But to reflect something they were not ready to see within themselves. The angels show me a sacred contract written long before either of you came to this earth. A moment was chosen, a meeting, a gaze, a spark, when your energy would remind them of everything they forgot about love. They tried to resist, to explain away the intensity, but resistance has become exhaustion. And now, the truth is seeping through the cracks they tried to seal. You are their reminder, the angels say, of what love feels like when it's pure. They were sent to you for healing, but you were sent to them for awakening. The heavens confirm it now. Before I formed you in the womb I knew you, before you were born I set you apart. Jeremiah 1 verse 5 declare I receive, if your soul feels this was written for you. There's a reason why they seem distant, guarded, why sometimes it felt like you were reaching for someone behind glass. The angels say, they were not avoiding you. They were avoiding themselves. Behind their hesitation lives a fragile heart shaped by griefs they never gave language to. Their silence wasn't absence, it was protection. They built walls not to keep you out, but to keep old wounds from bleeding into something sacred. You stirred something in them, something too big for their logic to contain. A longing they didn't see coming. A mirror they didn't request. And yet, there you were, unafraid. You didn't demand love. You embodied it. You didn't invade their space. You simply stayed, with a presence that softened the sharpest edges. But let me be honest, they carry ghosts. Memories that haunt the quiet moments. Stories they buried under years of I'm fine. They were taught to be strong, not open. To survive, not feel. So when you arrived, gentle, real, luminous, they didn't know how to handle the flood of truth you brought. The angels want you to know, this isn't your fault. Your light didn't scare them. It illuminated pain for which they had no words. So if they pulled back, if they froze, it was never rejection. It was a soul caught between safety and surrender. And you? You were the invitation. They weren't ready to accept. You've given so much, your patience, your presence, your quiet prayers whispered in the dark. But the angels ask you now, when was the last time you showed that same devotion to yourself? This love, as sacred as it is, was never meant to cost you your light. It was meant to reflect it. And yet, you've bent. Waited. Hoped in silence. Wondered if being enough meant being invisible. Let me tell you what the angels are showing me now. They're wrapping their wings around your heart, gently reminding you, you do not have to disappear to be loved. You are not a pause in someone else's story. You are a chapter of grace written in your own name. If you've been tired, if your soul feels worn, it's not weakness. It's the ache of someone who's been holding sacred space for too long, without taking sanctuary in her own. The truth? You are the miracle, not the martyr. And it is safe to return to yourself now. Light your candles. Say your name out loud. Let your joy be loud again. Because when you tend to your own fire, the right soul will not ask you to dim it. They will draw closer just to feel its warmth. The angels are not asking you to wait. They are asking you to rise. There's something hauntingly beautiful about how you entered their life. Not like a storm, but like a mirror. The angels whisper, you did not break them. You revealed them. They look at you and see someone unafraid to feel, to hope, to believe that love is something sacred, not a transaction. But in your reflection, They also saw the parts of themselves they buried, the softness they were taught to hide, the dreams they silenced to survive. You didn't come to heal them. You came to reflect the healing they still resist. And it's terrifying to see yourself, truly, to look into someone's eyes and realize they see everything, the beauty, the fear, the longing, the shame. That's what you did. Not with judgment, but with presence. The angels say, when you walked into their world, the shadows had nowhere left to hide. So if they turned away, know this, it wasn't rejection. It was recoil. From a truth they weren't ready to face. But your light lingers. In the songs they replay. In the choices they now question. In the reflection they now can't unsee. You became the turning point. Not because you demanded it, but because you dared to be real. There's a soft stirring happening inside them now. A crack in the armor. A breath they didn't expect to take. The angels are showing me the beginning of something sacred. Not loud, not sudden, but steady. Like dawn. They're starting to feel it. The pull. The ache. The way your name lingers in moments they didn't think about love. It's confusing to them. They thought they had moved on. But your essence stays. In songs, in dreams, in the way their chest tightens without reason. The angels say, this is not obsession. It is remembrance. Their soul remembers you. Before the fear. Before the ego. Before the rules that said love had to look a certain way. And now, they are awakening. To the truth that won't leave them alone. You are not a phase. You are a shift. And even if they don't say it, even if they act like nothing is happening, their spirit is kneeling at the altar of your presence. Learning, opening, trembling. This is the start. The unraveling of every excuse. The soft collapse of every no they once told themselves about you. Let it unfold. In divine time. For everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. You've seen the pattern, the closeness, the distance, the warmth that melts into silence. And you've asked yourself, what am I doing wrong? But the angels lean in close and say, nothing. You are the constant in their storm. This isn't about games. This is about survival. They come close when they feel safe. They retreat when their shadows rise. They are caught in a loop, a dance between desire and defense. Not because they don't feel, but because they feel too much. And you? You are the trigger for something they don't yet know how to hold. Your love is not the problem. It is the mirror. It is the lighthouse. It is the truth they want, and fear. So they run, then return. Not because they are cruel, but because they are not ready. Still, the bond remains. Tethered in silence. Alive in absence. Unbreakable in ways even they can't explain. The angels want you to stop questioning your worth. You were not made to chase. You were made to remember. This cycle will not last forever. But for now, trust this. Every return holds a deeper surrender. Every pause makes space for awakening. And even in the distance, they are thinking of you. Not all healing comes wrapped in words. Sometimes, it arrives in a gaze. In the stillness of being seen. In the quiet miracle of being held by someone's energy, even from afar. You have been that medicine. Without even knowing. The angels say, your love touched wounds they had hidden so well, even they forgot where the pain began. You didn't come with answers. You came with presence. And that, dear soul, was the miracle. Your affection did not demand. It soothed. Your presence did not chase. It waited. And through your silent compassion, this person began to shift, not loudly, not instantly, but like a soul learning how to breathe again. What they feared in others, they felt safe revealing to you. Not because you fixed them, but because you didn't try to. The angels want you to know, even if they haven't said it, even if they seem distant now, they carry your love like a sacred bomb. It softened the edges of their sorrow. It reminded them they were still worthy of gentleness. And that alone changed everything. You may never know all the ways your love saved them. But heaven saw. And heaven is not finished yet. Nothing you felt has been in vain. The delays, the confusion, the silence that echoed too loud. They were not punishment. They were preparation. The angels speak now, not in riddles, but in sacred certainty. You are being guided, even in the dark. This person may not have arrived yet with the words you long for. But the energy? It has already begun to shift. They feel it. A pull stronger than logic. A force that bends their path, slowly but surely, toward yours. They may try to resist. They may call it coincidence, timing, or fate. But the truth is simpler, deeper. It is divine design. Before you loved with your heart, your souls had already said yes. Yes to the lessons. Yes to the unraveling. Yes to the reunion. So if you're tired, hold on. Not tighter. Softer. Rest in the knowing that heaven has not forgotten you. That nothing sacred ever slips through divine hands. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. There's a trembling in their heart they don't talk about. The kind that surfaces when they imagine letting you all the way in. Not just into their life, but into their truth. The angels say, they long for you in ways they don't even know how to name. But desire is not the same as readiness. And love, when it's this real, can feel like fire to someone who's only known ice. They fear the depth. Not because you are too much, but because you are enough. Enough to break the patterns. Enough to wake the parts they kept asleep. Enough to love them where they've never let anyone stay. And that terrifies them. So they pretend. They postpone. They shrink behind distractions or indifference. But you feel it. The flicker. The ache. The way their silence is not distance, it's restraint. The angels want you to know, they are not rejecting love. They are learning how to survive it. In every soul, there is a locked room. And in theirs, your name is etched on the key. The moment will come, not when they feel brave, but when they feel safe. Until then, be still. Be light. Be everything you already are. There comes a point when surrender is not defeat, it's devotion. The angels speak gently now. What is meant for you does not need to be chased. It remembers. You've done enough. Loved enough. Held space long enough. Now, let go. Not of the love, but of the weight. Let go of the timing. Let go of needing proof. Let go of wondering if you were ever enough. You were. You are. You will always be. The person in your heart may still be finding their way. They may stumble. They may delay. But the bond? It's eternal. And in this stillness, you reclaim your peace. You remember that love is not waiting. It's knowing. Knowing that if it's sacred, it will rise. Not by force, but by divine pull. So now breathe. Release. And rest in the promise. What's meant to be yours does not pass you by. And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to His eternal glory in Christ, will Himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. 1 Peter 5 verse 10. If your soul heard this truth, type Amen.